Today, we're going to introduce the KiwiVM control panel from Bandwagon Host. From your account homepage, click Services, then My Services, and under Manage, click the gear icon to access the KiwiVM panel. On the left side of the control panel, you'll see a variety of features. Some of these we've already covered in previous episodes, but today we'll go through each of them in detail. The main control section allows you to start, stop, reboot, and force shut down your VPS. You can also set a custom host name for your server. If you're planning to set up a mail server, this is where you can configure reverse DNS. If you're not satisfied with the current operating system or want to quickly load a specific one, you can use the Mount ISO feature. It works similarly to a reinstall, but it's simpler and more direct. I will introduce it in the near future. Assistant Amy is an AI-powered assistant that can help you solve most VPS-related issues. You can ask her questions in multiple languages, and she do her best to assist you. Let's do a quick test. Let's ask her a few questions using different languages and see how she responds. The answers are all very accurate. You can also ask any questions you have in mind. This is the IPv6 toggle switch. Once enabled, you'll be assigned an IPv6 subnet. What's special about this address is that it remains the same even if you switch to a different region or data center. After activating IPv6, you'll need to shut down your instance and then restart it. At that point, your VPS will have an IPv6 subnet assigned. The private network feature is very useful. If you have two servers in the same region, you can connect them via a private network, and any traffic between them won't count against your bandwidth quota. Here, you can assign a private IP address to your server just activated to start using the feature. We'll cover this in more detail in a future episode. Here, we'll show you how to reset the root password. Click Root Password Reset, then on the page, click Generate New Password. You'll be able to set a new root password for your server. Here, you can choose from 3 simple modes to interact with your VPS. The basic mode is the most limited, so we won't demonstrate it here. The advanced mode allows you to run simple commands only. The interactive mode is the most powerful. It works similarly to PuTTY and supports full command line interaction. To enter interactive mode, you'll need to enter your root username and password. Note that when typing your password, nothing will be displayed on the screen. This is normal. After entering the password, press Enter, and you'll be logged into the server's command line interface. The operations here are similar to those in PuTTY or other terminal applications, so we won't go into further detail. We covered system reinstallation in the previous episode, so we won't go over it again here. This section is for adding your SSH keys. If you want all future VPS instances to use SSH key login by default, you can configure it here. In the previous episode, we generated an SSH key pair. Now, we'll copy the public key and paste it here. From now on, any new VPS you purchase will automatically support SSH key authentication using this key. This section shows the usage statistics of your VPS, including bandwidth usage, CPU load, and disk I/O performance. You can view these metrics across different time intervals. Below that is the 2FA two-factor authentication toggle. You can use any 2FA app you prefer. Here, we'll use Google Authenticator as an example. After clicking Continue, use Google Authenticator to scan the QR code, then enter the 6-digit code shown on your phone to activate 2FA. Now close the window and try logging in again to verify if 2FA is successfully enabled. Enter the code from Google Authenticator if you're able to log in successfully. That means 2FA is now active. This adds an extra layer of security and helps maximize the protection of your VPS. If you need to disable 2FA, simply click Deactivate, then enter the 6-digit verification code from Google Authenticator to turn it off. This section below is for enabling passkeys such as fingerprint or hardware security keys to further enhance the security of your VPS. For regular users, 2FA is sufficient for security. But if you're an advanced user, you can choose whether or not to enable this additional security feature based on your needs. This is the audit log section, where you can view all actions performed by users after logging into the VPS. Here, you can choose to enable or disable email notification options. The default settings are usually sufficient, but if you want extra peace of mind, you can turn on all notifications. Here, you can reset the password for your KiwiVM control panel. This section is a key feature if your plan supports migration. You can move your VPS to a new region or data center. All data inside the VPS will remain intact, though the IPv4 address may change depending on the destination. However, your IPv6 address will stay the same. The snapshot feature is a unique function offered by Bandwagon Host. Here, you can manually create a snapshot of your VPS or import an existing one. When you import a snapshot, all existing data on the VPS will be overwritten and restored to match the snapshot exactly. This feature is especially useful for business recovery or quickly rolling back to a known good state. After you manually create a snapshot, it is saved by default for 30 days. You also have the option to set the snapshot to be permanently valid. This way, your snapshot becomes permanently valid. You can also change it back to be valid for 30 days if needed. The backup feature is another powerful tool and it's completely free. The system automatically backs up your VPS data at regular intervals. If you want to restore a specific backup, you can click Import to My Snapshots to bring historical backup data into your snapshot list. Importing from backup to snapshot, this is the section where you can do that. If you want to restore your VPS to that point in time, simply click Restore to complete the process. The API feature is more advanced, so we'll skip that for now. The KiwiVM Process Viewer lets you see which user is currently using the VPS. That's all for this episode. See you next time.